Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94, back with another reaction video. Today, we finna react to top 20 dunks in NBA history. Without further ado, let's get right into this by John Arnett. Let's get it. We ain't react to no John Arnett in a minute, dog. He ain't been really putting out nothing that's making me go, ooh, let's click on this and let's watch it. He used to have me in the chokehold last year, but this year he been on a hit or miss. But yeah, man, without further ado, let's get right into this. Top 20 dunks in NBA history. Let's get it.
Today's video is just a fun one, and let me first clarify, there is no objective way to make this list. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, especially when you're looking at slam dunks. So although I'm titling this video the top 20 greatest dunks in NBA history, it's really just my top 20 favorite based on how impressive they look to me. What I want to know is, how would your list differ from mine? There is a lot to choose from, and the honorable mentions list is going to be very, very long. I will say, beyond a shadow of a doubt, this was the most difficult list I've...
Hey, that one nigga in the summer league, though. That one nigga in the summer league that's on the Miami Heat. Hey, I'm putting his dunk in the top. I'll put his dunk top 25 all time. If you seen it, it recently just happened in the summer league. Yes, I'm putting a summer league dunk in there. Nigga, I ain't never seen nobody. Nigga cocked it back and just yam that bitch on a nigga, dog. I ain't never seen no shit like that. If you saw it, then you know what I'm talking about.
I've ever had to make. And from the time I've spent looking around the internet, nobody's list is ever accepted or praised.
Not at all.
They're always told how much of an idiot they are for how they ranked it. So understand, these are just my choices, and I want to hear yours. I'm looking at a variety of things: style, power, finesse, the context in which it happened, and even star power kind of helps if I'm being honest. So with all that being said, let's stop wasting time and get into the list. Number 20, Kobe Bryant on Dwight Howard. This one is absolutely iconic. The Mamba still had every bit of his athleticism, and he split the defenders and finished strongly over a rookie Dwight Howard, who never forgot that play for the rest of his career. Not only was there style and was there power in this play, but it was between two superstar players who would go on to be teammates and have quite the colorful history. So this one gets some extra points.
Damn near jumped over. Kobe damn near jumped over.
Number 19, Shaquille O'Neal violating Dudley.
Oh yeah,
This one was amazing. Shaq not only...
I love this dunk. I don't know why. I just love this dunk, bro. It's so It's the disrespect that makes me like this dunk. I like disrespectful dunks. I like it when niggas just yell at a nigga and look at him and be like, "Oh, your fucking head top, bitch ass nigga. Let the fucking paint, pussy." I love that shit, nigga. That shit just nigga. I love that shit, dog. That shit make it lit, but that make the dunk more lit, bro. When you talk shit after you do it, or you look at that nigga like yeah, you a bitch. I just dunked on you, bitch. What you gonna do, bitch? Yeah, I like that shit, nigga. I like disrespect with my dunks, man. My dunks gotta have some disrespect on it. Put a little stank on it, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Put a little stank on that motherfucker for me, man. I love that shit, dog.
Nigga, when my name come up, respect it.
Let's go.
Stop playing with my fucking name. All three of y'all, stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more.
Only dunks the ball and finishes strongly, but he does his iconic image, spreading his legs, violating Dudley, and then lands and shoves
Push the nigga,
ground.
dog. Sit the fuck down.
This is just the 19th spot on my list,
Said,
the greatest dunk of all time. It is certainly number one.
Sit
for being
the fuck
most
down.
Disrespectful dunk that I've ever seen. Number 18, Tom Chambers' dunk on Mark Jackson.
Oh yeah, this is crazy.
From my time surfing the internet and seeing this highlight, this one seems to be quite divisive. It's a pretty basic dunk, and there isn't a tremendous amount of style. And yes, Tom Chambers is 6'10". But when you look at this dunk in slow motion, he seems to elevate even more after he hits Mark Jackson with his
Exactly.
knee. And by the time he's actually flushing it down, he is way above the rim
Yeah.
as he's completing the
That's what
two-handed
make it
slam.
crazy though.
Tom Chambers is already an underrated and underappreciated player. And
Boy,
this one
that boy was
especially
up there.
here is an all-timer that deserves to be recognized.
Ever said white man can't jump? You look at this video.
Number 17, Baron Davis on AK-47.
Oh yeah, this is
This was during
crazy.
the Warriors' famous We Believe season.
I remember watching this with my dad, bro. And my dad is a Warriors fan, so he was going crazy when this shit happened. He was like, "Yeah, bitch ass nigga." My pops was going crazy off this dunk right here.
And to me, this is the iconic capsulated moment that really symbolizes what that season meant to Warriors fans. The energy in the crowd was electric as he cocked it back and slammed it over the top
bitch ass
of one
nigga.
of the best defenders in the entire league, who was much bigger than him. Baron Davis was an athletic freak, and this one that he gave us had us all shook back in the mid-2000s. Number 16, Blake Griffin on Timothy Mozgov.
Oh yeah.
You guys all know this one. Blake Griffin was one of the most athletic players of his era.
To be honest with you, Blake should be all up in this list. Pause, no Diddy. He should be all in this list, bro. Blake got too many, bro. Like you gotta have Blake in here at least like 3 or 5 times, bro. At the most 5, bro. Because Blake got too many highlights, bro.
And he elevated way above Mozgov to complete this dunk. Not only did he just thunderously throw it in from several feet away, but it was how he grabbed Mozgov's head as he was doing it. Talk about embarrassing.
That's disrespect, and I like it.
Number 15, Derrick Rose's two-handed slam
Oh
on
yeah.
Goran Dragic.
I wanna go
This was during the
higher.
peak excitement of an athletic Derrick Rose.
Bitch ass
as he
nigga.
was fast and explosive. And to me, no single play better encapsulates that than this dunk. I love the way he thunderously flushed it down with 2 hands, and it seemed
Went
like
up.
his descension took forever just based on how high he got above the rim. Number 14, Ja Morant on January 14th, 2023.
Oh, this was nasty.
Ja is ridiculously athletic, and he has plenty of these types of dunks. But as far as his dunks go, this one is my favorite. The way he cuts to the basket, the way he takes the ball back so ridiculously far, more than you
Bitch ass
think he was
nigga.
capable of, and then finished it emphatically. I don't know if there's any player in NBA history who takes the ball back further before slamming it down than Ja Morant does. Give us some time
Young
and let
Westbrook.
this one age in our memory, and who knows?
Young Westbrook. If there was anybody that cocked that thing back, pause, no Diddy. It was a young Russell Westbrook. He used to be nasty with his, bro. Westbrook was definitely nasty with his.
It might even climb up the list. Number 13, LeBron James on Yusuf Nurkic.
This
was
one weak.
probably the angriest dunk from LeBron that I've ever seen.
That one weak. That ain't nothing compared to that Damon Jones one. That Damon Jones one is the nastiest LeBron James dunk by far. I don't care what anybody says. That and the one on KG in the playoffs. Those are probably LeBron's 2 most disrespectful dunks I think I've ever seen. But that one on Damon Jones was crazy. That nigga, that nigga. No, the Jason Terry one. I forgot about the Jason Terry one. Damn. Yeah, it's a tie between the Jason Terry and the David Jones one. Because the David Jones one, you gotta understand, this nigga was already crouched down in a fetal position while being in the air, while LeBron is literally towering over this nigga, yamming that bitch on him. He already got the nigga like this, but that Jason Terry one nasty though. That Jason Terry one nasty work. Yeah, I say it's between those two. This is weak though. The one on Nurkic, this one weak.
As he cut to the basket and absolutely posterized Yusuf Nurkic. This one was special for a couple reasons. For one, LeBron was starting to get up there in his age at this point. So although you could see him doing this in his early Cleveland days or in his Miami days, a lot of people didn't think he had this kind of dunk still left in the tank. Beyond that, it wasn't just how hard LeBron dunked it, but it was where he jumped from. It had the distance, it had the elevation, and it had the attitude, all coming together to make one of the greatest dunks of all time.
It's still weak.
Number 12, Scottie Pippen on Patrick Ewing.
Oh yeah.
This was during the time that Michael Jordan was retired, and in that 1994 season, the Chicago Bulls and the New York Knicks rivalry was at its all-time peak. Scottie Pippen converted this dunk over one of the best rim protectors in the entire league, Patrick Ewing. And not only did he embarrass him, but then he shoved him and walked over him, just adding to the intensity and the playoff atmosphere. Then after that play is done, he goes and he walks by Spike Lee, who's basically the New York Knicks mascot, and talks some trash to him as well. This was probably
Sit
the
your
most
ass
badass
down.
and iconic moment of Scottie Pippen's career. Number 11, Dwayne Wade on Kendrick Perkins.
Oh yeah,
Every
this
once
was
in a while, you see a
nasty.
dunk that has tremendous beauty
Ooh.
and tremendous power, and this was one of them.
Bring it
Dwayne Wade
around
was so quick,
town.
and then he made a
Oh,
tremendous spin move.
this was
and made a
nasty.
two-handed slam that absolutely destroyed Kendrick Perkins. And he finished off the highlight with a goofy yet memorable dance move.
Bring it around town.
Number 10, Julius Erving rocking the cradle on Michael Cooper. This was an iconic moment in the NBA Finals, and Irving stole the ball and finished the dunk over the top of one of the greatest defensive players in the history of the game. Not only was Julius so good at gliding through the air, but the way he tucked the basketball and finished over the top was something that anybody who was watching at that time will never forget. Number 9, Anthony Edwards on John Collins. It's hard to rank this one early.
Nah, the one he did on the Asian kid is worse. The one he did on the Asian kid is way worse, bruh. I think the one on the Asian kid is way worse than this one. This is a nasty dunk. Don't get me wrong. This is a nasty dunk. But it's still not fucking with that Asian kid. Especially when you consider the fact that they played Murder Was the Case that they gave me after he dunked on him. Nah, that one take it. That one takes it, bro. This is a nasty one, but it's not fucking with the one where he dunked on the Asian kid, bro.
Early on, but without question, it was the greatest dunk in this most recent season, as Edwards thunderously and powerfully completed this dunk. This sent shockwaves all over social media. He ended up screwing up his finger on the play, but given the fact that he won the Dunk of the Year award for that dunk, and given the fact that people will be seeing that replay over and over again for as long as we live, I think it was worth it. Number 8, Gerald Green's windmill lob.
Oh yeah.
This one was awesome. I understand it isn't a poster, and I understand that there was really no interference between.
Nah, it don't even matter that this was a poster, if this was a poster or not, bro. This is just fire, bro. Cause the windmill is clean, bro. This is a clean ass windmill, and his head is above the rim. Bro, it don't matter, bro. It don't matter if he didn't posterize somebody or not, bro. This shit just clean, bro. Clean ass windmill, head over the rim. He threw it down. It got the crowd hype, and on top of that, it was an alley-oop. Yo, definitely, it don't even matter, bro. You ain't even gotta explain it, bro. Fire ass dunk right here.
Him in the rim. But still, as lob passes go, this is one of the all-time greats. It isn't just that he took a lob and he made it a windmill, but there's that iconic instant replay where you can see his head well above the rim. This guy was an athletic freak who had some of the greatest hops that I've ever seen, and when you finish it with this windmill that he had, it certainly deserves a spot in my top 10. Number 7, LeBron James on Jason Terry.
Yeah.
This one is iconic for several reasons. For one, this was a revenge statement for LeBron James, who was dunking on Jason Terry, who had once embarrassed him in the 2011 NBA Finals. Now LeBron had just angrily posterized him and even stood over and stared at him to really drive the point home. For me, this is the greatest and biggest statement dunk of LeBron James's career. Number 6, Vince Carter on Alonzo Mourning. You know what's funny? Because Vince Carter's peak as a dunker was certainly in his time in Toronto, but if you ask me, his best in-game NBA dunk was when he destroyed Alonzo Mourning.
That shit was not.
Happens to be one of the greatest rim protectors of all.
I remember I was over at a friend house watching this, bro. I was over at a friend house watching this, bro. I was going. Hey, we was all going for Miami. We was all like, Miami gonna win this. But after we saw that Vince Carter dunk, nigga, we turned this shit off and went outside and started hooping, bro. After that dunk, bro, we had to go outside and just start hooping, bro. This shit This shit was just too nasty. We didn't even want to watch the game no more, bro. This shit made us not want to watch the game no more.
All time. Yes, the dunk was nice, but the lead up to the dunk is really what completes it, as Carter was a tremendous ball handler and he put the ball behind his back before driving to the lane, an absolutely embarrassing morning. Number 5, Kobe's reverse dunk on Minnesota. You guys know this one. It was when Kevin Harlan iconically made the call saying that Kobe just sucked the gravity out of the target center. For most people, this one usually isn't ranked this high, but for me, it's just how difficult and stylish it was. Usually you don't see reverse dunks with this kind of power, and when you look,
I let it rock. I think that the one on Yao Ming was more nastier, but I'll let this one rock because this was actually this is actually a ferocious dunk. Nah, I take that back. Kobe's best dunk was that full court pass against Denver. They threw that bitch full court. He caught it behind his back, came back and 360 that bitch. Nah, I think that was Kobe's best dunk, hands down. Yeah, that was Kobe's best dunk, bro.
Look at the baseline view,
or the one against or the one in the finals against New Jersey. It's between those two. The one where he took it behind the back and 360'd it, or the one in New Jersey where he caught, I think he caught Keith Van Horn or one of them niggas, and he just yammed that bitch. I was like, damn.
Just look at where Kobe took off from and where he ended up completing the dunk. Look at the way he had to contort his body just to make this happen. And on top of this, Kobe was also dealing with a significant shoulder injury at this time. So not only was the dunk just impressive, but it was completely unexpected at this point. Number 4, Michael Jordan jamming it on Patrick Ewing. This was just as Michael was starting to make his ascension and started winning NBA championships. And this play featured many of the things that made Michael so great. His tremendous ball handling, his shiftiness, and he already burned 2 other guys on his way to Patrick Ewing. Making that move on the baseline is absolutely impressive.
Got him going one way, he going the other.
Over Patrick Ewing, elevating that much higher than the 7-foot center is utterly remarkable. And I still remember to this day how much the commentators were losing his mind after he made that dunk. I think we've got a bit used to this one in the years since, simply because we've seen this dunk from Jordan so many times. But when you look at it for all that it is, and for how difficult it was to complete, it certainly deserves a top 5 spot in my mind. Number 3, Shawn Kemp on Alton Lister.
Oh yeah.
Remember how I said Shaq had the most disrespectful dunk in
Nah,
NBA
this is disrespect.
history?
I love the
this one certainly joins it
disrespect.
in the top 3. Kemp
I
was
love
one of
the
most
disrespect.
thunderous and mean finishers at the rim. He was always dunking the ball as if the rim owed him money.
Hey, Shawn Kemp is I gotta say, Shawn Kemp is underrated, bro. Like, real talk, if y'all really pay attention to Shawn Kemp, if you go back through Shawn Kemp highlights, bro, y'all gonna see some shit, bro. Y'all gonna be like, damn, this nigga was doing this in the 90s? So it wasn't just Jordan? It was this nigga too? Bro, Shawn Kemp was a freak of nature, bro. Like, y'all gotta really tune in with Shawn Kemp, bro. This nigga was amazing, bro.
And this one was no different. There was plenty of lead up to the dunk, as he ran up, tucked the ball in his arm, and then finished it thunderously on Alton Lister as that Seattle crowd was buzzing like they normally were. Then he had the audacity to double point the finger at Lister while he was sitting on his
disrespectful.
butt
I love the
after he had just been
disrespect.
Embarrassed. This one wasn't just impressive and disrespectful.
I love the
but it is
disrespect.
iconic. Number 2, Blake Griffin on Kendrick Perkins. Speaking of power dunkers, it doesn't get much better than Blake Griffin, as he was absolutely destroying the rim early in his career. This one was during their Lob City days off of a great pass from Chris Paul, and what ensued was one of the most powerful dunks that I've ever seen. It's almost like he elevated, made body contact with Perkins, and then elevated even further before finally flushing it down. The energy in that building was insane. And thanks to Blake Griffin and the rest of Lob City, there was genuinely some moments where I was more excited to watch Clippers basketball than Lakers basketball. And I say that as a Lakers fan. Number 1, DeAndre Jordan off of the CP3 lob.
Yeah.
I've seen this one get the #1 spot on many other lists, and I'm telling you, when it went down and when it first happened, it was a viral internet moment.
Yeah,
Everyone
Twitter got
was
shut
talking about
down.
it.
This
I get
shut
it,
down Twitter.
DeAndre Jordan isn't necessarily a star player, and he is a big guy dunking on a little guy. But as far as posters go, this is the absolute pinnacle of what they're meant to be, as it was ferocious, thunderous, disrespectful, and he had left his defender on the floor as if he had just been jumped. Everybody was reacting to it on the court, in the crowd, and on the internet. For me, this is the cream of the crop. This is the poster dunk that everyone is aiming for when they're attacking the rim. And personally, I think it's just funny that the Clippers have the top 2 spots. Here is my long list of honorable mentions. And trust me, I even know that there's many other great dunks that should have been on this list but are not. There's just too many to tackle in simply one video. But let me know, which dunks were not in my top 20 but should have been? Also, how would you move the dunks higher or lower on my list? I look forward to hearing your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks for watching as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more basketball content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Alrighty, man. That's just gonna about do it for this one, man. I will see you all in the next video. Definitely some good dunks. But some of these players had way better dunks. I still say that the LeBron dunk was weak. The one on Damon Jones. Still, I say that's one of LeBron's most nastiest dunks. That and the KG one. But most definitely you gotta put the Jason Terry one on there, because that one was crazy. Aside from that though, man, I don't have a problem with DeAndre Jordan being #1. DeAndre Jordan definitely was a #1 by far. Yeah. But yeah, man, that's just gonna about do it for this one, man. I'll see y'all in the next video. Till then, peace out.